Today, Thursday of the third week of Lent, we come to the church Santi Cosma e Damiano. Sitting to the side of the Roman Forum, the small basilica of Saints Cosmas and Damian can boast of a history that dates back to the time when this was still a bustling center of government. Its patrons came sometime later, in late 3rd century Syria. Saints Cosmas and Damian were two brothers in the medical profession who used their skills to heal people without seeking payment for their work. Although there are different traditions concerning their martyrdom, it seems likely that they suffered during the Diocletian persecutions in the city of Aegea, then in Roman Syria. Brought before the tribunal, they were tortured before being killed by decapitation, likely in 303. Some years later, their relics were brought to the city of Syre, before being brought to Rome during the time of St. Gregory the Great. Some of the walls of the current structure can be traced as far back as the Emperor Vespasian, who reigned from the years 69 to 79. Sometime later, a secular basilica was built on the site, which had a similar shape but a different purpose than later ones built for religious purposes. Pope Felix IV modified the structure to include an adjacent circular temple, built at a later date than the secular basilica had been, for use as a house of worship, and dedicated it around the year 530. The beautiful mosaics that survive until the present, with some restorations, are from this time, and would in turn inspire many others in the city with their themes, taken from the book of Revelation. Some important aspects of this church are the apse mosaic. This 6th century mosaic picks up themes from the book of Revelation and serves as a model for many other similar works in Rome. We also see the crucifix chapel. The crucifixion fresco dates from the 13th century, and below the altar is an urn containing several martyr relics that were discovered under the church. The main altar dates from the Renaissance renovation in the year 1638, with a 13th century icon of the Madonna and Child. The lower church entrance, descending the staircase, allows one to find the relics of Cosmas and Damian under the main altar of the crypt. This lower church is the site of the original basilica. It was also known as a place of healing, associating the brothers with the medical profession, and clearly setting them apart from the Roman healing brothers Castor and Pollux, whose temple is just across the Forum. And finally, we have the Temple of Romulus. From the outside, one can see how the church was built into an old temple. Although now covered with plexiglass, one can look into the excavated temple.